All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the daily ritual of a professional trader. We're going to break down the exact step-by-step method that one market master has used for over 30 years to get ready for the trading day. And here's the kicker, it's a method that wasn't born on a trading floor, but in an operating room.
So, how do they do it? What's the actual secret to consistent success in the markets? Well, I can tell you it's not some magic indicator or a secret formula. It's something way more fundamental, something built on pure discipline and repetition. And there you have it, straight from the man himself, Al Brooks. I mean, just think about that. 30 years. That single idea, the incredible power of a consistent, daily routine, is literally the key to his entire approach to the markets. So let's dig in. To really get this method, first, you gotta understand the guy behind it. And let me tell you, his background is probably not what you're expecting at all. Just take a second and let this sink in. Al Brooks wasn't just a trader, he started his career as a physician and an eye surgeon. We're talking about a level of precision that is just off the charts. And for over 30 years, he's been applying that same surgical discipline to reading the markets, even teaching other pros at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. It's this wild combination of skills that makes his whole perspective so darn powerful.
So, what happens when a surgeon looks at a market chart? Well, this brings us right to the core philosophy that holds up everything he does.
To Brooks, it literally does not matter what chart you put in front of him. A 5-minute stock chart, a monthly gold chart, doesn't matter. He sees the exact same thing every single time, a visual map of rational human behavior. It's just people buying and selling, making what they believe are logical decisions.
And this is the big idea, the one that changes everything. Because human behavior is universal, the patterns it creates are too. And that means that all charts, no matter the market, no matter the time frame, they are all fundamentally the same. This one insight is the key that unlocks his entire method.
Okay, so that's the big picture philosophy. But let's get practical. How does his daily analysis actually start? It always begins with the most basic building blocks you can imagine. Just drawing lines. Every single day, on a totally clean chart, this is where he starts. He systematically scans for these 4 main patterns. We're talking channels, wedges, double tops and bottoms, and triangles. He's not cluttering his screen with a bunch of indicators. He's looking for the market's underlying structure.
Now, pay attention to this, because here's an incredibly specific, actionable rule that he follows. When he's drawing trend lines for things like channels or wedges, he actually prefers the line where the price briefly pokes past it. That's called an overshoot. He actively avoids using lines where the price fails to even reach it. That's an undershoot. It sounds like a tiny detail, but it's a critical part of his technique.
So once the main structural lines are on the chart, he zooms in. Now he starts looking for the individual clues, these special bars that act like little signals pointing the way.
These are the specific things he's hunting for. Is there a bar that's unusually huge or tiny? What about an inside bar, where one bar is completely contained inside the one before it? Or an outside bar, which totally engulfs the prior bar? He looks for these patterns, and even combinations of them, because they tell a story about what the market might be about to do.
Okay, so the lines are drawn, and the special clues have been identified. Now the analysis shifts gears and becomes an actual, actionable plan. This is where he starts mapping out potential trades.
He uses a really simple system. Green boxes to mark potential buy entries and red boxes for sells. A buy is usually marked just above a strong bullish bar, and a sell gets marked just below a strong bearish bar. He is literally drawing his game plan for the next day right onto the chart. And here is a risk management rule that is absolutely non-negotiable for every single trade. The potential profit target must be at least 2 times bigger than the amount he's risking. It's just simple math, right? This rule makes sure that even if he's wrong sometimes, the winners are big enough to more than make up for it. If that 2-to-1 ratio isn't there, he just walks away. No trade. So the really crucial point here is that this isn't just about finding a good entry spot. Structuring a trade means you've built a complete plan before you ever click the button. It means you know your position size, your profit target, your stop loss, and exactly what the market would have to do to prove your whole idea wrong. Okay, so we've gone through all the steps, but the steps themselves, they aren't the secret. The real secret, the one thing that makes this entire system work, is just the simple act of doing it, every single day.
I mean, this quote from Brooks just says it all. You would never expect a professional athlete or a symphony musician to just show up and perform without practicing, right?
He argues that trading is exactly the same. Showing up unprepared when the bell rings is just a recipe for disaster. The real work is done after the market closes.
And this is why it matters so much. This daily ritual isn't just about marking up a chart, it's about training your brain. It helps you see those patterns faster and faster, it builds your ability to anticipate the market's next move, and it forges that unshakable discipline you need to be consistent. This is the foundation of mastery.
And that brings us to the final, and I think the most important question. This isn't just theoretical knowledge, it's a call to action. Take what you've seen here, open up a chart tonight, and just ask yourself, what patterns are you going to find?